Before we get started on this closet organization, let's look at a little before and after. This closet is pretty long. It goes all the way back there, but what's interesting about it is on that side is my bedroom. The entrance to this section of the closet is on the other side of the house. In this section here, I'm turning this into my shoe closet, and it also is going to house my home fragrances. But what I wanted to show you was the before the paint went on to the new paint. It is so drastic. It's so clean and so bright now. So basically this beam right here is the separation for both closets. Up here, that shelf was existing. This I ordered from Target. The pole, I'm just going to leave it because it actually is not going to obstruct any of the shoe storage anyway. So I just decided to leave that up. And then right here, this blank space under the top shelf, all the way up till here, we're going to be adding some shelves that we purchased from Home Depot. So right now, I'm going to start on the home fragrance organization. If you can see here, we still have not painted this side of the woodwork. But then you turn around and this side has been painted. So, I mean, the difference is insane. I ended up taking all the fragrances that were boxed, and I ended up putting them in these cubby holes because I just wanted to clean up some of the boxes off the floor. It's kind of like double work, but what I did is I ended up sectioning everything off to seasons. I burned by the seasons. So each one of these have been organized that way. Also from Target, I ordered these cubby storage bins. I also ordered the cubby organizer from Target too. This is what they look like, and I went with like a kind of black and white theme. This is also a shoe organizer. I actually had this in my last house, and I mostly house like flip-flops, lighter shoes, more summery shoes. Here's the bottom. And they're really good quality. So that's what they look like. And this one, I have all fall and Halloween. This one, I have Christmas. This one is winter. The one down here is spring. The middle one is summer. And then the last one here, I have scents that I like to burn around like our birthdays and Valentine's Day. Like for instance, this would be one of the candles that I would go ahead and burn for Valentine's Day. Then around our birthdays, I would actually burn wax melts on the idea of this. This one actually is called Happy Birthday Cake, or set out a cute little candle like this that, you know, kind of looks like birthday confetti, cupcake. Here is our current situation. I started out with my fall scents. I have way too many of these. And here is a lot of fragrance that I don't necessarily use anymore. I'm definitely going to use it up, and there's no way that I'm not, but I didn't put it in here because this is my go-to every day. My wax melts. Right there are candles. Those right there are air fresheners for the car mostly. And then I use a lot of these spray cans, which is why I have so many, but I have too many right now. So that's why I wanted to fill this up only with what I'm using. And of course, there's no way this would fit all of this. This is my stopping point. I know that if this is full, then I don't need to add to it so that I don't end up with so much of this. Like candles like these were more like decorative, but they do have a scent to it. So I'll sit this on, say, a tray like this, you know, and I will definitely burn it up, get the scent out of it, but I would not put it in here because once I use this up, it's not something that I would replace. So that's how I'm going to do all the rest of the cubbies. I use a lot of the fragrance oils, but right now I use the wallflowers from Bath and Body Works, so I don't use the Glades anymore, but at the lower level of the house, I have them plugged in to use up what I do have. And then once they're all done, I'll throw the plug-ins away because I won't have any more of the oils because I no longer buy these. Same with the ones from Yankee Candle. I started out with these first before the wallflowers, and then I tried the wallflowers to see which ones I like better. And I actually like the wallflowers better than the Yankee Candle ones. So once I use up, I have a few in different seasons, but I have like these two in the fall. Again, same thing. I have the plugins. Once these run out, I'll get rid of the plugins because I won't be replacing the oils. As far as my votives, I still use these, but I keep these in baskets. Now I have them all separated by seasons, but whatever the scents are of that season, I just throw them all in the same basket. So these I definitely still use, but they're not going to go into here because, like I said, I do keep them separately in baskets. We have the first one in. Loving it so far, so you can kind of get a look at what it looks prior to the bin and then after. It looks so much cleaner. The next three bins, we've got Christmas, winter, spring, and I also keep Easter with the spring. A lot less than all the clutter that was in the cubbies, but these are just my everyday use. All the rest is right now on the floor until I pick it up, and it's like spilled over all the way down there. Ta-da! Look how clean and organized and fresh and just beautiful this looks. Oh, it has given me everything that I envisioned. I am so in love with this organization so far. Well, as far as the home fragrance part of this closet, we are done. All the votives have been sorted and placed in their appropriate baskets on top of the shelf. So I have 3 of them, and in that first one there's autumn, fall, and Halloween. The second one is a summer and spring, and then the third one is winter and Christmas. Now Valentine's Day, I will leave it also in that basket because it is a winter holiday, and then Easter will be sorted with spring and summer because it's in that season. the shelf installation, we've also refinished the doors and the wall is no longer blue. I've also been working on a shoe organization purge system that I've put into place. When we moved here, I had 2 full boxes of shoes. I've now condensed it down to 1 box. What I'm doing is I'm only putting shoes in the closet that I've reached for. In that box, I've got winter boots, I've got summer sandals, and everything in between. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give myself a full season to see if I actually reach for those shoes. Once that season is over and I don't reach for them, I then have to make the decision whether or not I'm gonna donate them or I'm gonna toss them, depending on the condition of them. The reason why I ended up with so many extra, I guess would be a good word to use, shoes that I'm not reaching for now is because this was a while back already. I actually did a video on it. I'll link it at the end screen and it kind of explains what happened. But in a short version of it is my occupation changed. Now this is not new. This is going back already a while. But when my occupation changed, I noticed that my wardrobe changed with it. And at the time, I would buy shoes depending on the kind of wardrobe that I was wearing. And so through the move and all the renos that we've been doing, shoes, boots, they seem to be sitting in there because I'm no longer reaching for them, because it seems like what I wear doesn't match up with them. But I'm at least going to give myself, like I said, that season. So the next season that we're going to be going into is summer. So I'm going to give myself the whole summer to see if I wear any of those summer shoes. And if I don't, then they got to go. They ain't coming in here. And that way, whatever's in here is up to date. It's not overspilling with things. Obviously, I don't want any more necessarily, and so far it's been working out great. So now I'm going to turn you around and I'm going to show you the finished result. So here's the box that I mentioned. I got a lot of the summer shoes way at the bottom and the bigger, taller boots up top. So this is what I meant when I'm working out of the box. I got to get the sandals up because that's what will be next. They'll be right on top. They'll be in view. And if they're not reached for, they go at the end of the summer. Alright, let's start at the very top. Those first top 2 shelves I call the boy shelves. Then his very last one starts to become mine, and that is my dress shoes. And then over here is my little purse corner. That's where my purse retires at the end of the day. And then here is the obvious shoes that I am currently reaching for. Still got some room there to add. This shelf is full. And then we have this shelf with some space over there. And I have purged a few already from that system that I put into place. I just need to do a lot more purging. But like I said, I'm going to be fair to myself and at least give myself a full season of each. That is the outcome. by the door. These are actually all full. I reached for all of these last summer, and there's a few that obviously is male shoes. They're mostly mine, and I know for sure that I used these last summer. Well, that's it. It came out exactly the way I designed it in my head. I am really satisfied with the organization that it's giving me. I'm hoping here in a few weeks, hopefully a couple of weeks, that I have my pantry all set. I mean, it's pretty much done. There's just a few little things that we have to do to completely finish it off. And I have been taping that all along, so I have a bunch of clips that I just gotta put together, and you'll see it from start to finish. So if that is of interest to you, if you want to see how we built our own pantry, definitely stick around, hit that notification bell so you get notified when that video comes up. Bye.